Hi, I'm Judy Craig with Edina Realty, and today I have got the guy from behind the camera in front of the camera. This is Brad, and he's with Be Connected, and he and his company help me to do additional marketing when I'm selling homes. So old school, 20 years ago, I used to be the keeper of the data, and people would come to me to find out about homes. Nowadays, all the homes are out there on all these different sites, and what makes the difference of whether someone sees a home or not is really important. So Brad, tell me some of the things, he's all behind the scenes for me, helping me figure out how to get this home exposed. And Brad, share with me some of these targeting tools that we use.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
obviously.
it's kind of fun.
Well, one of the things that I think is a misconception out there is that if you just simply take a home listing and you post it, that's going to be good enough and everybody will see it. Well, that's just simply not the case.
You can't just put it in the MLS.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes from the realtor side of things as far as knowledge of the different markets and where the hotbeds are and everything like that. So for instance, when we get to work with someone like Judy, and she tells us about, we want to target these homes in this area to this type of demographic, we can make sure that the right listings are getting out to the right people and not just saying, we want everybody in Minnesota to realize that this is on the market. And if I put it on my Facebook page, that's good enough. Like everybody will just automatically see it then.
Right.
It's not that simple. And there are ways so that you actually put some time in and work in behind the scenes so that you get the homes in front of the right people.
Well, and it's about how it looks visually and how people are taking in that information. So it's combining the visual of the home with the information and targeting it to the right buyers.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the main differences between the buying market today's world versus how it was 15 years ago. 15 years ago, there used to be a couple centralized sources for
like picture ads in the newspaper.
Exactly. but they could go through and they could look at like all of the homes that are on the market, and they all looked very similar, the style and everything like that. Nowadays, there are so many resources out there with different websites and different listing networks and everything like that, and things like Facebook. People are doing a lot of shopping on their own, which means that if they see a picture that isn't necessarily appealing, then they have a much higher risk of just blowing that off and moving on to the next listing.
It's got to start really with good photography from the start.
Right. So if you pair the targeting work that you put in as far as knowing the different markets and knowing who is most likely to act on your purchases, and you pair that with also then doing more back-end work with making sure that everything looks really great. And I'm not talking like hold your iPhone just perfectly still. I'm talking about getting nice professional photos of your listings.
Well, and a tool that I have with Edina Realty, which is really cool, it's only within Edina Realty, is I can look at a certain neighborhood, and let's just say I'm looking at Lake Elmo. I can go in and find out for the past 12 months where the buyers have been coming from. I think it's 24 months actually. And I can look where the buyers for the past sales have been coming from. So if I know that the buyers for this certain zip code or town are coming from the majority right in that area, or if they're coming from Woodbury, which is just a suburb away, I can target ads to that area to get in front of more buyers that want to move and buy that house. So that's kind of exciting. I love that aspect.
Yeah, so to wrap things up, I guess I would say that a lot of misconception out there is that if you post it, they will come. But actually, from the realtor side of things, there's a lot more work that goes into it than what people think.
There's a lot more savvy behind the scenes that a lot of people don't realize.
Right.
So thanks for all your help, Brad.
No problem. Call Judy.